Alright, hi guys, and welcome to episode 3 in my Wintersday coverage, this marathon we're going through. I've had a little bit of a break here. I've had about a 2-hour break, getting everything to render and delete all the files. But we're straight back at it, and we've come forward a year. We're now in 2006. So by 2006, of course, Nightfall had been released. It was only like 3 or 4 months old, but Nightfall was out. And they decided, for whatever, I suppose it's because Nightfall takes place on the same continent as on the Tyrian continent. So for that reason, the people of Nightfall also celebrate Wintersday. Funnily enough, it's only Istan that celebrates it. I'm sure that's just because this is like the noob area. So ArenaNet were like, well, we'll just put the Wintersday festival here rather than somewhere on the mainland. You never see anything. As far as I'm aware, I think there might be some quests, maybe. But I can't think of any off the top of my head to do with Wintersday up on the mainland. But you never see any snow or anything like that there. You just find it here on Istan, really, which is pretty cool. It's very, very odd seeing snow here in Istan, but it's pretty cool. There's actually a lot of cool decorations and stuff going on. In fact, there's quite an interesting story about a dwarf in a cage that hopefully I'll be able to show you at some point. But you know, we've got so many videos left to go, then it can just come when it comes. So today I think it's going to be the first example of a quest chain we're going to be doing that I've read about it. I have no recollection of ever doing this, so hopefully this should be quite fun. It seems simple enough. We actually get a quest marker, which is great, at least there. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So basically 2006 came, and with it came a whole new part of this festival. Essentially, there were no new quests added in prophecies or anything like that in 2006. However, they did add Camadan, and they added it's essentially 2 new quest chains, but you can participate in both the Grenth and the Dwayne side of them. So they added like 4 whole new quest chains in a way, if you want to look at it that way, into the game, which is pretty cool. 2 of them take place in the Underworld, and 2 of them are 3-part quest chains, 1 for Grenth and 1 for Dwayne. So we'll just see what happens. I'm thinking we should start off with the Dwayne one this time, though, to be honest, because, you know, we started with Grenth before, and it just kind of seems fitting. So we're going to speak to this guy here, Grandfather Kringle, and see what he says. And yes, obviously we're on Matt Greenspring here because, you know, this is a loner. It's not just due to the fact that Matt's the only character that I've Let's Played that's actually got access to these areas of the islands. Oh no. So we'll speak to Grandfather Kringle, and he says, Happy Wintersday. I wish I could say it was happy for me, but the reindeer I'd been intending to offer as a gift to Dwayne for Wintersday was stolen. I turned my back for merely a minute while I prepared the reindeer a snack of oats and honey, and when I turned back they were all gone. A frost maiden told me that she had seen my prized reindeer being led away by some Grinches and humbugs, and was going to try and follow them. I'm too old to go chasing after them, don't have the stamina for it. Please, brave Matt Greenspring, find the frost maiden and ask her where my reindeer have gone. Okay, don't worry, I'll get them back. Or, you bought reindeer as a gift, wouldn't a fruitcake have been better? No. Reindeer's an amazing gift. I can tell you, I remember one Christmas, like when I was way younger, my dad had gone to the effort of actually getting all this grass and crap, and he just dragged it all into our living room. My mum must have been furious about it, but he did it all to up the pretense that Santa Claus had let the reindeer in. It was ridiculous. But I look back on that and think, I wonder when I'm a dad, whether I'll do shit like that. But yeah. So yeah, anyway, this is pretty cool actually. I think that for this quest they added whole new sort of basically creature to the game. I don't believe there were reindeer in the game before this. I could be wrong. It does seem like quite a lot for ArenaNet to have gone out of their way to have made an entire new character model. But as we always see with some of these quests, there's also like a polar bear. It's called a Jingle Bear that actually eventually became a pet that became available. I think that was in 2008, so 2 years down the line. But they did create a few new things. Although I think that actually was, yeah, no, they did make a whole new type of enemy. So you know what? Maybe they specifically went out of their way and made the reindeer for us here. We're going to speak to the Frost Maiden here, though. A very odd name for someone out here in Alona, but hey. She says, Grenth has gone too far this year. Dwayne would never disgrace herself with such underhanded tactics. He always does that. So, save the reindeer. Did Grandfather Kringle send you? Oh, thank the gods. Listen, the Grinches must have known we'd follow them. They'd split the reindeer into smaller groups, so we'd have a harder time catching them all. We'll need to find the reindeer that are in Fariner before the other group gets too far away. I can't imagine the reindeer would let anyone take them too close to the ruins, so you can probably avoid looking there. Please, hurry. I'd hate to think what he has in store for those poor reindeer. That's actually quite cool that the reindeer just sort of hate Fariner because it's such a haunted, devastating, scary, dark magic place. It's pretty cool. So yeah. There was actually something I was thinking while I was editing that video just now, the episode 2, with the whole, how they talked about how it was the coldest Christmas ever, and I was like, oh, well, you read that every year? You know, this year, in 2006, this was when they also removed Tomb of the Primeval Kings. It was no longer a place that became decorated, and that's obviously owing to the fact that by the time this came out, you know, we'd had that was such a busy year, if you think about it. Guild Wars 1 Prophecies came out in 2005. By Wintersday of 2006, so much had changed. That was like the fastest activity of this game. They'd released Factions and Nightfall, and started on Utopia, and decided that they didn't want to make Utopia, decided they wanted to make Guild Wars 2, started working on Eye of the North, and added Sorry's Furnace, and all those changes had all happened like over that tiny period of time. It's pretty nuts. You can just imagine how huge this game... Like, can you actually imagine if they didn't decide that they wanted to... Wait, do we actually not get quest... We don't get quest marks! I was sure that we did for this quest. I may have to go onto Wiki and have a quick look then. But, well, he said it wouldn't be too close to Fariner, so how about we just head south then? I could have sworn... Oh, that's just cheap. ArenaNet, why are you doing that? They're only doing it to stretch out the amount of content that they've added. Ridiculous. But yeah, can you imagine if they hadn't gone with Guild Wars 2, what the game would be like now? It would be empty as hell, because there's no way that they could have continued adding things to the game to get more people excited and keep innovating with the game. There's no way they could have done it. So the game wouldn't have had a huge burst in popularity with one specific campaign. I don't think that would have happened. I just think that they would have got a very loyal base of players. But they wouldn't have grown particularly, and there would have been so many places in the world. There were so many continents and stuff to have gone to. Everyone would have just been spread extremely thinly out, except for like the very last. I reckon if they had continued doing it as well, they probably would have ended up. You know how all the skill systems basically based off of Magic the Gathering. And what they do there, actually, one problem with Guild Wars was every time they released a whole new set of cards or a whole new set of skills, it would introduced all these balance issues because previous ones weren't used. Well, in the actual trading card game in Magic the Gathering, not that I play it, but I know that they do this. Don't they have like sets, and like when the new set comes out, they basically just say, yeah, the old ones are crap, don't worry about using them anymore. Or like if you're going to participate with one set of skills, with one set of cards, you just keep those or something. I reckon that if ArenaNet had continued with their original Guild Wars 1 model, they probably would have just adopted that philosophy and just like had every new generation of skills be a bit more overpowered, if you will. Because that would have encouraged new players to actually keep buying them as well, if you see what I mean. Like, they would have had to have kept buying the new campaigns and keeping up, which I don't know whether would have been that fun in the end, really, because people would have just felt like they were obligated to do it. But yeah, maybe the reindeer are in this kind of nice, luscious little area here. I don't know. I can't imagine that they're in the city. Yeah, hold on, guys. I'm going to cut it, actually. I'll just cut it till we get there, like I did on the previous video. And I will see you in a second. Oh, well, it turns out we'd actually already gone past one. We came the right way. It was just, it was across this bridge here. So there's one here, up here, around about. And there is one down there in the area that I suspected, just down there in the bottom. So here we go. Here's the first reindeer. So look, check it out. Two reindeer, actually. Kidnapped reindeer, and yes, more humbugs. Oh, these are unique skin. I should have checked that out just now, actually, on the wiki. I don't know. Maybe I have seen them before. It's just that they've been in places where everything's just a massive clusterfuck, like the Fissure of Woe or something. Or maybe they were just really small where you see them typically. But hey, reindeer. So they're actual reindeer. Look at them. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? How you doing? Oh shit, have we got to defend? Spirit of Winter. That's actually quite clever, doing a Spirit of Winter around here. Are there more humbugs over there? Oh, I wonder. I think that they might just keep spawning. This could be sort of the deal here. And you have to defend. Oh no, maybe I just missed that one. So there we go. Save the reindeer. Are the reindeer now following us, or are they? Yes, they are following us. Sweet. Okay. Do they speak to us, maybe? No, they don't speak to us. Alright, so there you go. That's the first two reindeer. The second two are down here, so I'll give it a cut until we're down there. Oh, God, I must say, it does feel pretty amazing to just hit these bugs for about 200 damage every single sweep. In total, when you combine everything you do. It's pretty... Oh, no, these bugs are stronger. No, come on. I like the weaker ones. Alright, so here we go. I think... Is that the reindeer? Oh, no. Oh, that's a Sunspit Scout. I thought that was a reindeer. Whoops. Oh, no, here they are. Yeah, they're around here. Okay, so here's the other reindeer, and this time you got some Grenches. You know, I felt a bit bad, actually, when I was looking back on that video. The first video, we spent ages making a Grench. Like, you had to go to all that effort to make a Grench. You'll see in these Wintersday episodes, you end up just killing so many Grenches. It's not even funny. Like, just so much effort must go to waste. But then again, you see a lot of snowmen die as well. There was actually something else I was thinking of that some of you may have picked up on. Like, where I'm doing this in all, like, one big ass sit-in is I'm going to be, like, predicting what comments I'm going to be getting. Is that it? Are we done? Can we... Oh, we have to return the reindeer all the way over to the Frost Maiden. Really? So that's just needlessly dragging it out. You just got to walk all the way back. Okay. Unless they add more spawns. That'd be quite cool. Well, we do have these insects to clear up. You know, I was thinking, actually, you know, it's quite interesting that Dwayner is using snowmen against Grenth, right? While one of like Grenth's greatest allies is King Frozenwind, that looks exactly like a snowman. I don't know whether that's supposed to be like that in lore. Maybe it's just them saying, "Oh no, it's the same model." Really, King Frozen Wind isn't a snowman at all. He's just a completely different race. The likeness only comes down to the fact that we didn't create something new. But it is quite interesting to think of that, because like when I was watching the edit and I did look at Freezy and I was like, damn, Freezy is very, very, very similar to King Frozen Wind, who is like a massive ally of Grenth, which is quite interesting to think about. But yeah, oh, here's a candy cane shard. So yeah, these things, you can also salvage them. You'll get like dust and stuff out of them. I rarely salvage them. The rewards for Wintersday have sort of, if there's been any festival that has kind of got weirder rewards and been through more iterations than any other, it's probably Wintersday. Like, this is just ridiculous. There's so many different types of rewards that you can get, and over the years it's changed constantly. You used to get one type of gift and now you get a different type of gift. I'll show you what we can get now for sure, and I'll show you sort of what you get at the festivals and things. I always tend to find the rewards in Wintersday a little bit underwhelming, I've got to be honest, but that might just be me. But yeah, we'll continue on up. Oh, actually, speaking of rewards, and since we're in the 2006 episodes as well at the moment, there was something quite interesting happened with the hats. So, as you guys may well know, in Guild Wars, whenever there's a festival like this, it always ends with a grand finale at the end, which is what's going to be happening. Why can't... What the hell? Am I going up this way? There we go. Yeah, it always ends with like a grand finale, right? And you can get a hat at the end. In fact, the 2011 grand finale, like I said, for 2011 they've added like a new PvP game type, which is very, very cool. It's very similar to Dota. But they also have added some patch notes saying that they're making extra preparations for the finale this year. I don't know whether those are just typical patch notes that come out and they always have to do additional preparations. I remember it was a while ago now, Jesus, it was like 3 years ago. They were talking about how they're streamlining all the events so that they don't have to waste so many resources on the live team doing it manually every time, and they were sort of super happy about that, and that was ages ago that they finished that up. So now that this patch note's come out and they've said, oh, we've just done another update in preparation for the finale, it makes me wonder if the finale this year is going to be slightly different. But what gets me talking about the finale is I will speak to the Frost Maiden first, actually, before I get interrupted by myself. Hey, Frost Maiden, Grenth has gone too far. I know he has. You found them! Fantastic! The other group looked like they were headed towards Mittani Keys the last I saw them. I'll take these reindeer back to Grandfather Kringle, then meet you there. Okay, cool stuff. So, we get to go to the awesome Mittani Keys. Yay, this place is so beautiful. We get a nice 8-man team again. Wait, this is 8-man, is it? Yeah, it is 8-man. Yeah, sweet. But yeah, basically, what happened on 2006 with the hats was quite interesting, because the finale for Wintersday is essentially a competition where all the players in the district show support for either the avatar of Grenth or the avatar of Dwayna, because both appear in the district, and whoever gets the most favour, essentially the most points, will end up giving their respective hat out to the players of that district. So when the event first started, it was quite cool, the finale, because, you know, you'd have players competing, oh, who's going to win, and it was always a bit of a toss-up. Now players have sort of created this sort of unofficial means of always knowing what hat you're going to get, because I think it's even districts are for Dwayna and odd are for Grenth. It could be the other way around, but people would sort of unofficially set that up, so you just go to the district of your choice and you'll be sure to get the right hat. But anyway, what that meant was, for the first year of Wintersday, there were 2 hats you could get. You could get a Dwayna hat and you could get a Grenth hat. Simple enough. But then when Nightfall came out, we got to speak with the Frost Maiden again. When Nightfall came out, obviously they added this second outpost as well. There were going to be finales both in Kamadan and in Prophecies to allow players that only owned one or the other, because don't forget, the whole idea was that they'd be standalone campaigns. The whole idea was that, so they said, okay, well, we'll have finales in both areas. Hold on, let's speak to her. And she says, Grandfather Kringle was extremely happy to get some of his reindeer back. You were quick, damn. But we're not done yet. See, this always makes me wonder how much time passes every time we map travel. A few people have said they saw the Grinches pass through here with the other reindeer, so they can't be too far away. We've got to find them before Grenth makes them into coats. Okay, sweet. So we'll keep going. So yeah, basically what you had was 2 different outposts with 2 different hats each. So for this year, for 2006, there were actually 4 Wintersday hats you could get. They designed 4 separate hats. You could get the Grenth one from Lion's Arch, the Grenth one from Kamadan, and the same with Dwayna for both places. It was ridiculous. The years after that, they decided, oh hey, why don't we just have one for each god and leave it at that, which is quite much more reasonable, really. But it is very interesting to note that for one celebration, I think that's the only time it ever happened, a player, if you wanted all the hats, if you wanted to have a complete hat collection, and people with that are quite rare these days, like I said in the last video, I used to really want to do it, but I missed too many in a row, you know. Like the way I used to play this game before I started Let's Playing it, This is probably the most I've ever played it solidly, if I'm honest. But the way I used to play it is I'd sort of play for, 2-3 months, get massively addicted to it, just do loads and loads and loads of stuff. Whether that be me going through a PvP phase where I just do, like, there was a while and I never really did it there was only like one real phase I went through it, but I really, really tried to get into Heroes Ascent. But other times I might come and I'd just play random arenas solidly or something else solidly, or sometimes I'd come on and play PvE, but then like I'd just stop. And I'm sure a lot of you are probably just like that. We play for a while and then you just go away, I suppose. But every time I would go away, it would just so happen a festival would come and I'd either forget completely about it or decide I couldn't be bothered with Guild Wars, and that would be it. And then obviously I started the Let's Play, and then it's been pretty damn solid since then, really. I mean, almost daily I've played it for over a year now, so that's pretty awesome. I actually haven't been looking at my map. Where are we going? I think we're going the right way. Yeah, we're going the right way. One of the reindeer's there and the other reindeer is there, so that should be alright. Lots of scale to kill as we go through here. But yeah, anyway, so that was a lot of hats for that one time. It was very easy to miss them. The other hat that was really easy to miss was, and I think I mentioned this in Halloween, to encourage people to buy Nightfall. Nightfall came out like exactly on Halloween, so they made the Astani cultists. Really? What? Are we in the middle? We're not in the middle of a quest. Why are there still cultists here? Oh well, whatever. But yeah, Halloween, to encourage people to buy it, to buy Nightfall, they gave another unique hat for people in Camadan, but you could only get it if you like pre-ordered Nightfall, so that's quite a rare hat as well. That was the Witch's hat, and that was a pretty awesome one actually. Looks good on a lot of characters, mostly the female characters obviously, but This is also where we saw Baltec, if I remember rightly, isn't it? He was like stood out in the water, just looking out. Calmly, eerily. I'm so curious about Baltec. I'd love it if there was like a plot in Guild Wars 2 that like linked Baltec and like Maggie, Malachi, and maybe some of the other vaguely mysterious, immortal sounding, time traveling characters together. That would just be so amazing. It would just, I'd love it so much. Because don't forget, Baltec's probably was a lot in reference to Utopia stuff, and who knows how long it is before we learn what all that lore was going to be, or whether that lore's been scrapped entirely. I get the feeling it probably has, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I will cut it. We're just going to this little island here, not walking into that wall. Oh, the treasure chest. Did we ever get this chest? Oh, look, check it out. An Eagle Defender, Rec 9. Was that 16 armor or 15? Yeah, look, a perfect Eagle Defender. How amazing is that? Wow, okay, cool. Yeah, so, oh, well, there's a reindeer there, actually. You can see, oh, we got humbugs and Grinches to fight this time. It's alright, reindeer, we'll save you. You do have a hell of a lot of plants around you. There we go. I think that's these reindeers here saved now. The reindeer saved here. The other ones are, once again, they're just up here. So, and that's a bit of a walk because you can't just walk straight through. The water's a bit too deep there. So what I'm going to do is cut it. It's quite interesting that for a Wintersday quest, they take us out. I suppose you don't have much choice in Nightfall, though. They're all deserty, hot places. But, this is like a tropical beach area, and they decided to take players here for the Wintersday quest. Quite funny, but yeah. Okay, so I'll see you guys when we're up in the next reindeer. And here we are, so here's the last group. I don't know whether that was the fastest way that I just went it. So, I mean, if you're playing along with me, don't be scared to go walk off your own way. I mean, I assume it... Well, I don't know, actually, because you have to come... You can't just, like, cut straight through there because the water's too deep. You have to go around, so I don't know. Maybe my way was pretty quick. But whatever way you decide to do it, here's the next group of reindeer. We're going to have to walk back to Thingy as well now, aren't we? I can just tell. Yeah, this video is going to be cut all over the place. So I'll see you guys there when we get back. When you film like such a short section there, it makes me feel like I might as well just cut the whole thing out. It just seems a bit stupid, but whatever, that's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, Miss Frost Maiden, hello again. Are we done? Yes, Gwent has gone too far. Oh, this is wonderful! You found all the reindeer. I'll take them to Grandfather Kringle right now, but you should go visit him yourself when you have some time. I've heard that you can be very generous to those who are nice to others, and I know he'll appreciate all you've done. Wait, is he supposed to be Santa? Is this what they're joking about here? Oh, he's very generous to people who have been good all year. And he has reindeer. And he's a grandfather. Grandfather Christmas? Or is it just Father Christmas? I don't know. Have you guys ever heard Grandfather Christmas? Oh, well, whatever. Hey, Mr. Kringle. What's going on, man? We saved him. Matt Greenspring, the Frost Maiden, told me how is she so fast? How you saved my reindeer, and I owe you quite a lot, it would seem. I doubt this will be the last we've seen of those despicable Grinches and humbugs, but it makes me feel good to know that people like you are still help an old man in need. Please take this as a small token of my gratitude. Now, The reward here, as you can see, is 5 Wintersday gifts. In 2009, so 3 years after what we're currently playing, all the rewards were revamped for Wintersday. Like I said, there were lots of revamped things. I think originally this gave candy cane shards. Not 100% sure though. So there we go. Accept. Thank you very much. You have good timing, Matt. The Grinches have struck again. Oh, really? Apparently the reindeer kidnapping was just a distraction. While we were busy with the rescue, Grinches snuck in and stole some of Dwayna's presents that were to be given away at the end of the festival. They took the presents through the plains of Jaren, but they must have been in a hurry because they were dropping gifts all over the place. That's how we found out what had happened. We were able to recover some of them, but we could use your help in finding the rest. We need someone to search the plains of Jaren and return whatever presents you happen to find. Aren't you all on holiday? Isn't this a national holiday? Aren't you all on holiday? Why can nobody else do it? That's what I want to know, actually. I think that's a perfectly valid question. We need someone to search the plains. Yes, that will be me. We have something that will help you find them, but we need someone to carry them back. What do you say? Can you help? Of course, we can't let those Grinches ruin Wintersday. It's not my fault you guys can't keep track of anything. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got that now. Who do we speak to?